Hello friends and family, welcome back to my YouTube channel. Today I'm going to be answering all of the Disney related questions that I got on Instagram. Thank you to everybody who took the time to ask a question. I really appreciate it. I honestly thought that I was only going to get like 5 questions, but thank you so much. And as promised, I am going to be giving out a shout out to your Instagram name. So thank you again so much. And just a quick disclaimer, I am probably going to pronounce your Instagram name wrong, but I will post it on the screen. That way I get the correct formatting. So without further ado, let's go ahead and get into the first question. So to start off, the first question comes from Naomi Loves Disney. Who is your favorite Disney princess and why? My favorite Disney princess has to be, I want to say Moana. I currently feel like Moana is very relatable to my life. Like, she wants to do what's right and follow the path that her parents want her to take, but at the same time, like, there's something else that she's longing to do. So plus the music is freaking awesome. See the light where the sky meets the sea and it calls me. Ariel is another one of my favorite Disney princesses, only because like her teenage years were the story of my life. Like, Daddy, I'm 16 years old, I'm not a child. That was me. Leave a comment below if that was you when you were 16. Obviously, I'm much older, I'm much wiser nowadays. It's like, you're 16 years old, you're still a child. Get a grip, Ariel. And then Naomi Loves Disney also asked, what do you think is the most heart-touching Disney movie? That one has to be Dumbo. I don't know. I don't have kids, but like, just that movie reminds me of my mom because I grew up watching it, and like, the song is so lovable. It makes me like tear up every time I see it. And just to be clear, the Dumbo cartoon and not the Dumbo live action. I did like the Dumbo live action, but the Dumbo cartoon is just, it's a classic. It's so cute. Baby mine, rest your soul close to my heart, never to part, baby of mine. The next question comes from Gabby Villanueva. Gabby_Villanueva asks, do you have any money saving tips for going to Disney? I am an annual pass holder for Disneyland in California, in Anaheim, California. I think that when you become an annual pass holder, you're saving money in itself. Like, after, I want to say 4 trips to Disney, it basically, you've cut even. Because it is really expensive to go to Disney, honestly. But as far as like any money saving tips, I would say stick to quick service meals. They're usually the cheapest. And that goes for both Disneyland and Disney World resorts. The quick service meals are usually pretty filling, and usually they're pretty big and you can split it with another person. So I would say definitely stick to quick service meals. And me and my fiance sometimes bring our own snacks, you know, just to have something to fill in between meals, so we're not like desperately hungry. Also, bring in your own water bottle. I have a hydro flask and I refill it at any like counter service. I always ask for like a cup of ice water. Also, fill up your water bottle before you get into the parks, because honestly, if you buy 5, like, water is now like $6 or $7. I don't know exactly, but you know, something so simple as water it's $7. Like, you don't want to pay $7 for water. RVing to Disney. What is your favorite holiday at Disney? So I have 2 favorite holidays for 2 different parks. So for Disneyland, I love fall time at Disney, because Disneyland and California Adventure, the Disneyland Resort, they go all out for the Halloween decorations. They are throughout the parks. It's awesome. Fall time at Disneyland is awesome. For Disney World, I love Christmas time in Disney World. Again, the decorations are so beautiful. You really get into like that Christmas spirit when you're at Disney World, just because everybody is so festive. Epcot, oh my god, you get to see what Christmas is like in every single like a pavilion that they have. So Christmas for Disney World, Halloween time for Disneyland. Check it out. Peter.winter_nerd120. Favorite Pixar movie, favorite Disney classic, what inspired you to make this account? Favorite Pixar movie. Off the top of my head, I've always loved A Bug's Life. It had a certain feel to it, like you're the size of a bug and everything is huge, and the animation, the color. I want to say I was so drawn to the colors and the graphics of A Bug's Life more than Toy Story. Isn't that weird? Knowing that like A Bug's Life was the second film to be released. So my favorite Disney classic movie, live action, is Mary Poppins. Supercalifragilisticexpialidocious. It's one of my favorite movies of all time. And like as far as a cartoon, like a classic cartoon, gosh, that's a hard one. I want to say Cinderella because I grew up like wanting to wear Cinderella's pink dress. Like that was my dream as a little girl. And then what inspired you to make this account? So what inspired me to make my Instagram account dedicated to Disney is on my personal Instagram account, I felt like I kept like spamming my friends and family with like Disney pictures, and I don't know, I felt like I had a lot of content enough to make a separate Disney account. So, you know, if you feel the same way, like you don't want to spam your family and your friends, then I would recommend making an account just dedicated to Disney. It's fun. You post whatever you want and not have to worry that, oh my god, here's another Disney pic. I love Disney. I'm obsessed, as you can tell. This question is really funny. The Broke Life of Chris and Jolie. Check out their Instagram. They have really cute pictures. Jolie does really cute like Disney bounding outfits. And she has the most pretty eyes, so shout out to you, Jolie. But her question is, what do you do for fun in Arizona between Disney trips? So for Arizona, during the summer, like it's already getting hot. Today was 111 degrees and I was on fire. I stay inside and I binge on Hulu and Netflix. As far as like the winter, Arizona has some of the most beautiful weather like during the winter. Like you go hiking, you go for walks. Sedona is so beautiful. It's about 2 hours away from Arizona. Flagstaff is also beautiful. It's kind of like the Big Bear of California for those who live in California. But honestly, Phoenix is thriving. Arizona is thriving. I love this city. It has given me so much. Do Disney with Tiffany. Do Disney with Tiffany. What is your favorite restaurant at Disney? So for Disney World, I want to say it's Ohana's. Ohana's, you guys, is amazing. If you haven't had a chance to go, it is so good. They serve in a family style. They serve beef, chicken, shrimp. They serve noodles, also like a salad. They have and I mean, it's unlimited. Like you can, after you're done eating, like the waiters will come around and be like, do you want more steak? Do you want more chicken? And it is so delicious. Oh, and they have chicken wings too. But the star of the, I'm like drooling, oh my god. The star of the show at Ohana's is the Ohana bread pudding. It is delicious. It's like a bananas Foster. It comes warm. They put a big glob of like vanilla ice cream and then they drizzle caramel. Ugh. Forget about like calories on that day. Forget about your diet. It's going out the door because it is so good. Oh, my favorite restaurant at Disneyland is the French Market restaurant. That one is really delicious. It's a quick service, and then they have the patio outside where they have like the jazz band out, and so like you can eat and listen to the music at the same time. I love that atmosphere. And they sell, you know, chicken and pastries and salads, things of that. Jambalaya, they're known for their jambalaya. Also like clam chowder. And then if you go a little around the corner, like towards the train station, they have that area where they sell the Mickey beignets and mint juleps, and that is the perfect dessert after you have a meal. So if you're gonna eat at Disneyland, I would recommend the French Market. Mama Bear and Little Bears. That's a cute name. Mama Bear and Little Bears asks, What's the best way to save money when traveling to Disney with small children? I can't speak from experience because I don't have kids yet, but honestly, the best way to save money when you're traveling overall is to bring your own snacks, bring your own water bottles, bring your own water, and then you can splurge on like a churro or like a Mickey bar, anything like that. So I would say that that would be the best money saving tip. And also if your child is 2 or 3 years or younger, then they get into the parks for free. So if you bring them under that age limit, you don't have to pay a park ticket. So Mama Bear and Little Bears also asks, what are the best character experiences or dining? The best character experiences that I've had was at Chef Mickey's at Walt Disney World and at the Contemporary Resort. That one is so cool. Like the buffet, they have, you know, standard breakfast foods. I went in the morning. I know they have dinner as well, but for breakfast they have like the Mickey waffles and eggs, bacon, scrambled fruit, things like that. And the cutest thing is that all of the characters, like they have Mickey, Minnie, Goofy, Pluto. Do they have Donald? Yes, Donald is there too. Can't leave out Donald. You cannot leave out Donald. But they all come around and they all take pictures with you and they sign your autograph book. So that would be a really cute experience for little kids and adults alike. I had a good time. So, oh, and for Disneyland, they have Goofy's Kitchen inside the Disneyland Resort. That one was a little pricey. I don't remember how much Chef Mickey's is at Walt Disney World, but I do remember the Goofy's Kitchen is a little more pricey for some reason. Like me and my mother-in-law, we went for breakfast and we spent about $100 plus for the buffet, and Chip and Dale comes out, Goofy comes out, like those characters come out, and you do get a meet and greet, but on the side, like when you're coming into the seating area. But I thought it was a little more expensive, but it is a very memorable experience. So I would say at least do it once. I did buy the picture from there because as you enter, they take a picture of you, but it's not for free. Like you still have to pay for it. It's not like embedded in your, what's it called, photo pass. So that's something to keep in mind of. To WDW and Beyond, I love that name, asks, what are the best snacks in Disney? So, totally cliche, but the Dole Whip, the Mickey bar are amazing. I'm not a fan of the Mickey pretzel. You can find these snacks at both parks at Disneyland and Disney World, but Disney World has something that Disneyland does not have, and I'm constantly craving it, and that is the popcorn from the Germany pavilion. The caramel popcorn are amazing. They are to die for. I have to get caramel popcorn every time I go to Epcot because they are so delicious. It's sweet, it's salty, it's crunchy. I'm drooling. I want popcorn, but that is one of the best snacks, and I think it's under, I want to say it's under $6 or so. Correct me if I'm wrong. Oh, Hannah, what is your favorite Disney attraction? My favorite Disney attraction is Fantasmic at both parks. For some reason, I cry every time I see Fantasmic. I get emotional. I'm just a big baby. And they are almost exactly the same at both parks, at the Disneyland in Anaheim and Hollywood Studios in Disney World. Next question, Ange loves Disney _XO. What is your favorite ride in the Disney parks and who is your favorite Disney character? Soarin'. I love Soarin'. I feel so relaxed. I love the scents. I love the atmosphere. And it's a relaxing ride with a little bit of thrill, so I think it's perfect. I think it's a perfect ride. She also asks, who is my favorite Disney character? My favorite Disney character is Dumbo, the cartoon. The live action is super cute, but the cartoon is a classic. Okay, Harlequin Kitty 13. If you could go to any Disney resort in the world, which would it be? Disneyland Tokyo. It's on our bucket list. We're gonna go someday, hopefully. Rick Ear to Bear. What is your favorite spot to take a break from the heat, appropriate for the past few weeks? I feel you. If you're at California Adventure at Disneyland California, The Grand Californian Hotel has an entrance into the park directly. So if you're suffering from the heat, which me and my fiance, sometimes we have needed to take a break because it's just so hot, but you can exit the park and go straight into the hotel. And there is a lobby with couches, so inside the hotel lobby, but it's also like a full service bar and restaurant, because we've ordered food, we've ordered drinks. It is one of the best places to cool off, honestly. The AC is blasting. The couches are comfy. Yeah, if you're at California Adventure, I definitely recommend to cool off there. If you're at Disneyland or the Magic Kingdom, I highly, highly recommend the Tiki Room. That is one of the best places to cool off. And you get to watch birds sing. Let's all sing like the birdies sing. Sweet, sweet, tweet, tweet, tweet. Disney Party Queen. Woohoo! Party! Who is your favorite Disney villain? Hades. He's so sarcastic. I love his sense of humor. I think he's always been my favorite. I mean, he's kind of a jerk, but like, he's a funny jerk. Disney Party Queen also asks, what characters are the most fun to pose with at Disneyland? Off the top of my head, Goofy is the funnest character to meet and to pose with. Like, the 2 times that I met Goofy, like, he just essentially was like kind of not flirting, but he was being Goofy. Like, I'll try to insert pictures if I find them, but like, he would hug me and like, he would like pose like this. And then we were at Tusker House inside Animal Kingdom one time. My fiance went to go get food, and Goofy was making his rounds. So he saw that I was lonely, and he sat right next to me, and he was like pretending to be my date because my fiance was like out there getting food. So Goofy is one of the funnest characters. I really enjoy that interaction. Scribner_KitKat. Sorry my camera cut off at this footage, but no, I've never stayed at the Disney Princess Suite. I've heard it's only for sweepstakes winners, but I have seen celebrities stay there and they're not sweepstakes winners. So can somebody explain that? I'm not sure, but honestly, it would be a dream come true if I would ever be able to stay at the Disney Princess Suite. Bless.mama.bear. Best route to take out rope drop in Disney World. You have to figure out fast passes. Yeah, fast passes can be overwhelming. I would say the best route for rope drop is to do Seven Dwarfs Mine Train right away, because that's one of the rides that has the longest lines at Disney World. So definitely stay on your right during the rope drop fairy godmother show, and then go straight to Seven Dwarfs Mine Train, and it'll be like a 15-minute wait or so. That's what I did last time. Maddie_D001 asks, what is your favorite park in Disney and your favorite ride? My favorite park in Disney World is Epcot, in California it's Disneyland. My favorite ride is Soarin'. I love Soarin' so much. A_Har, best recommendations for a solo birthday trip. Well, happy birthday! I haven't gone to on a solo trip. My fiance goes all the time without me when I'm not in town. My future mother-in-law also takes solo trips to Disneyland, and honestly their feedback is get there as early as possible for rope drop and leave around the afternoon, like around lunchtime, because that's when the parks start getting packed. But you're just going at your own pace. You're doing the single rider lines. I'm sure it'll be a really, really fun trip to do. And then you also get to meet and chat with other people, get to meet new friends. So that's always a plus. Nirma_Celine says, trivia, how many rides are at Disneyland? I don't know off the top of my head. My guess is going to be like 22. But Norma, let me know in the comments below how many rides. I'll probably Google it after this. Shim Lacey asks, what is your #1 recommendation for table service dining in Walt Disney World parks or resorts? Definitely do Ohana. As far as the table service, I have only gotten the table service credits when we get to do when they have the free dining promotion. I usually travel in large groups with my family, so it's definitely worth it with a larger party. I don't know as far as like a smaller party if it's worth it, but with a larger party, the free dining promotion for Disney World is definitely worth it, and they run it, I want to say around the fall time every year. Unifairy asks, favorite Disney bound you've done and most anticipated Disney bound you have planned. Also, do you drink at Disney? Do I ever? I love me some Disney drinks. For Disney bounding, I did a Disney bound for the first time. I wouldn't even really call it a Disney bound, but this past trip for the Galaxy's Edge opening at Disneyland, I found a romper that reminded me of like a Jedi slash Princess Leia. I'll insert a picture, but that was my only Disney bound and I honestly loved it. I felt like I was in character, even though I felt like I was the only one that knew what I was. Nobody like came up to me and it was like, oh, you look like a Jedi. No, but it was fun. It was fun. It was just a white romper with some buttons. And I do have a Disney bound outfit video planned. I plan on doing a pink Cinderella dress bound, a Dole Whip bound, and I have a few others, but I will be filming that video in a few weeks, so I'm excited to try that one. Back to the Disney drinking. Oh gosh. I love the wine bar inside DCA, inside California Adventure. My fiance likes the beer from California Adventure. It's pretty potent. No, I don't like beer. I'm not much of a beer girl. I feel like beer tastes like a tree, but I do like my wine. I do love my mimosas. If you go to Tortilla Joe's in downtown Disney, they have a brunch on the weekends. I believe they stop serving brunch at 2 a.m., but it's bottomless mimosas. Melissa_Ann 27, good tips for someone thinking of doing a solo trip, single rider lines, best things to do if you're alone. So yeah, as I mentioned, I haven't done the solo trips, but definitely take advantage of the single rider lines. Pack light because, you know, if you go with a group or with another person and you carry one backpack, you can alternate. But if it's just you by yourself, like just pack light. Don't take too many stuff with you. Just enjoy the day. You get to go at your own pace. Get there early and make some friends. Jmahia_photography asks, what are the cheapest food places there? Honestly, I want to say that the cheapest thing to eat at Disney, probably the Dole Whip, correct me if I'm wrong, and the bottled drinks. I know Disney's getting pretty expensive. Their corn dogs is probably one of the cheapest and most affordable snacks to get, and the chimichanga as well. Madison Making Magic asks, for WDW, do you like to stay on or off property? The times that I've gone to Disney World, I've mainly stayed on property, and I just love being immersed in the whole Disney bubble, so I definitely recommend staying on property. I only got to stay off property for one night, and it was less magical, you know? We stayed at a Holiday Inn. It was nice. We had our own car, so, you know, we had the comfort of coming and going as we please. But I don't know, for some reason staying on property is more magical. You're in a bubble, you're on vacation, you're worry-free, life is good. _circus. What was the movie or show that made you fall in love with Disney? Honestly, it was the Disney Channel reruns of the old classic Disney cartoons. Does anybody remember Lambert, the sheepish lion? Lambert, the sheepish lion, Lambert. He was like a lion who was delivered to a mama sheep by the stork in accident, and he grew up being like thinking he was a sheep, and then none of like the sheep accepted him. I cried. It was so cute. It's one of my first like Disney memories, Disney cartoons that I grew up watching, but there's so many, like the Disney Channel, Mary Poppins, Bambi, Ariel. I could go on and on. Rockin' Punk, shout out to Rockin' Punk. What would you order at Trader Sam's? So Trader Sam's is a bar inside the Disneyland Resort. I believe they have one too at Disney World, but it's a tiki bar. It's awesome. It's like being inside the tiki room. They sell drinks. The bartenders spray you with water when you order a drink called a shipwreck. They have cute like souvenir cups and mugs, and it's so much fun. The food is okay. I want to say it's like your typical bar food, like French fries. But if you're gonna pick a drink, I recommend the Mosquito Mojito. So the Mosquito Mojito, it is minty, it is citrusy, it's not too sweet, and it's my favorite drink. Gray Stuff Girl, what is your least favorite ride, show, or attraction? Of the Finding Nemo submarines, only because it's dark in there, and it's like, you know, you have a small space, and I have anxiety sometimes, so I'm claustrophobic. but it's a cute ride. You have so much AC going on. Honestly, it's another good place to cool off at Disneyland. But yeah, I want to say that that's my least favorite ride.
Fuzzy Diwali, I'm so sorry. I am just having the hardest time with my footage. But to answer your question, I love Epcot. I love to eat around the world. I love to drink around the world. And I absolutely love Soarin'. So Epcot is one of my favorite parks. Mac and Sarah, for my favorite hack, I like to travel with a backpack that doesn't have very many zippers or compartments, because you'll be able to get through the Disney security that much quicker. It's way easier than having to, open every single zipper. So that is my little hack for.
Aaliyah and Cassia ask, Disneyland or DCA? Disneyland, because it has all the childhood feels. All the feels. Dear Libby Kate asks, do you have any child survival tips for parents who like living it up at the park more than the kids? You like to live it up. You sound like a cool parent. Honestly, like, I don't have kids, but I hope I'm a cool parent like you someday, because I would probably be living it up and meeting Cinderella while my child is like in the stroller asleep. Like, I think I'm gonna be that mother. Honestly, just take breaks, and this goes for adults too. Take a break. If you have a hotel room, go to the hotel, take a quick nap. Otherwise, your child is gonna be cranky. You're gonna be cranky. You spoil your kid, spoil yourself. Just have fun. _Disney_life. What is the best character interaction you've ever had? As I mentioned, I love meeting Goofy. He is just so goofy and adorable and cute and funny. Jumpstar7, who is your favorite Disney villain and why? Hades from Hercules. As I mentioned, he's awesome, he's sarcastic, he's a jerk. Candace RRT, if you could resurrect any extinct ride or attraction, which would it be? Disneyland specifically. It would be the Country Bears show, the Country Bears Jamboree in Critter Country, because it's just a classic. It's been replaced with the Winnie the Pooh ride, and I feel like it's not the same. Like, Winnie the Pooh's cute and adorable, but Country Bears is nostalgic. You know, you have the bear that's in love with the octopus. Two different worlds. We live in two different worlds. Then you have the three cute little bears. I wish they all could be California bears. And I don't remember this song, but it's a really pretty bear in the swing, and she's like coming down from the ceiling. That was like one of my favorite parts of the show as a kid. So can we sign a petition? Let's bring back Country Bears. The.southern.daisy asks, what is your favorite Disney World sweet treat? The caramel popcorn from the Germany Pavilion. Oh, so delicious. Life as Yazzo, what is your favorite ride at Disneyland and Disney World and why? So my favorite ride at Disneyland, as I mentioned, is Soarin'. My favorite ride at Disney World is Soarin' as well, but you can't go wrong with the classics like Haunted Mansion and Pirates of the Caribbean. And Life as _Yazzo also asks, what Disney princess do you feel you most connect to? So definitely Moana and Ariel, as I mentioned. Those are my favorite princesses as of right now. But Daddy, I love him. _Aloha_Naya. Favorite treat from Disneyland. So I mentioned the Dole Whip, the Mickey bar. You can't go wrong with the mint julep or the Mickey beignets. Love to eat. I love food. Aloha Naya also asks favorite Disney princess. So as right now, as I mentioned, I love Moana and I love Ariel. She also asks if you could be any princess, who would it be? I would be Moana, because you get to live in Maui in Hawaii, and I just came back from Hawaii and it was so beautiful, and I wish I was Moana so I could just live in the ocean. No one knows how far it goes. And then what is my favorite ride in Disneyland? At Disneyland specifically, Haunted Mansion. I love Haunted Mansion. That's a classic. My favorite character is Dumbo. And then my favorite Disney movie and why: I grew up watching Mary Poppins and Chimney, Chim Chimney, Chim Chim Cheree. It's very nostalgic to me. It reminds me of being a kid. I love that movie so much. And The Little Mermaid as well. Reagan_G101, do you recommend the Disney dining plan? Yes, I do. When they have the free Disney dining promotion, I definitely recommend it for larger groups, because it definitely pays off. If you're going in like a group of like 2 to 3 people, I would recommend sticking to the quick service. Quick services have some amazing meals that you can find everywhere. And if you want to see my recommendations for quick services, give me a thumbs up, leave it in the comments below, and I'll make a video of my top quick service dining restaurants for Disney World. Queen_Eliza.1234, when did Mickey Mouse come out? I'm not good with trivia, you guys. I'm not really good with dates. Ella Mayer 15. Ella, I love your name. It's so beautiful. Did you have fun at Disneyland, and how was Disneyland? Disneyland is amazing. You can have fun regardless of how your trip goes. Just be mindful of the crowds. You're not going to be able to accomplish everything that you want to do in one visit, but Disneyland is always fun. I always have different experiences. I always have memorable experiences. Adriana 28920. Have you ever gotten sick or threw up after eating at Disney or Disneyland? I've never been sick at Disneyland. I have gotten headaches, and honestly, just keep hydrated when you go to Disneyland because you're doing so much walking, and especially during the summer months because, you know, you're exposed to the heat, the sun, and it's hot, and the crowds. So definitely stay hydrated. Don't eat too much of a heavy meal because that will get you sleepy. But other than that, I've never gotten sick. But do take Tylenol or ibuprofen or you know, an over-the-counter painkiller if you can with you. And Disneyland does have painkillers and nausea medication at the first aid center, so keep that in mind. And one of our lovely Instagram friends asks, what is your favorite thing to do at Disney? My favorite thing to do at Disneyland is the fireworks. I am a romantic and I love to watch fireworks with the music in the background. It's just so touching. You're in the moment. You have beautiful scenery. You have the castle. So I love the fireworks at nighttime. Natalia HB47, Disneyland or Disney World? I grew up with Disneyland. Going to Disneyland, my parents would take me about 3 to 4 times a year as a kid. So Disneyland is very nostalgic to me, so I would have to go with Disneyland, even though Disney World is spectacular and is amazing and is in its very own way. Heidi Z5 Munchkin says, other than Disneyland in California, what is your other favorite Disney park? So I love Epcot and Disney World. It's one of the funnest parks. People have this presumption that it's for adults, but no, it's for kids. It's fun for adults if you go as an adult by yourself or with your partner because you can eat around the world, you can drink around the world, and there's awesome rides as well. So Epcot other than Disneyland. Sebastian.Logan_, what's your favorite themed area in Disneyland? Galaxy's Edge is currently my favorite themed land at Disneyland. The technology, the food, the atmosphere, the cast members are in character, so currently Galaxy's Edge is my favorite land. Other than that, typically it would be Fantasyland because I love the nostalgia. It has Walt's seal of originality, so I do love Fantasyland. Chrissy Salmon, favorite Disney snack. As I mentioned, I love the caramel popcorn from Epcot at the Germany Pavilion, but any basic Disney snack because I'm a basic girl. I do love my Dole Whip. I love my Mickey bars and the churros. Not a fan of the Mickey pretzels. It's cute, but it's not my favorite. Katie Bray, I love this question. Have you ever been to Disney Tokyo? If so, any advice? I really want to go someday. I've never been to Disney Tokyo, but it's on me and my fiance's bucket list. Hopefully we get to go there for our honeymoon. It's between Tokyo and Paris. We've been doing some research, but other than that, I don't have a lot of knowledge when it comes to Disneyland Tokyo. There is a girl on YouTube, and I followed her Instagram page for the longest time. Her name is Disney It Girl on Instagram. Shout out to Disney It Girl. I love your page. I've always been a fan. You've actually been one of the first people that inspired me to make my own page because you just have the most adorable pictures. I think she used to be a Disney princess as well. But check out her page. Her and her husband go to Tokyo all the time. She has vlogs, she has information, It's a really good YouTube page, so definitely recommend that if you're looking for a trip to Tokyo. Alright guys, so we made it through the questions. Thanks again to everybody who took time to ask a question. I did this video because I wanted to interact with you guys so you can get to know a little bit more about me other than just the standard Disney tag. So I wanted to hear what your questions were, and hopefully you learned a little more about me, and I would love to hear from you guys in the comments, your experiences, your memories of Disney. I would love to get to know you guys, and take care. Thanks again for watching, and I'll see you soon.